All right. 2 streams going. No clue how it's going to work. Let's play some music. And pipe that music that way. All right, let's see. So let's see what it looks like on my stream on Twitch. Hey, Claire Burr. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? All right, let's close this. This is distracting me. Okay, we tested that. We need to check YouTube now. First time chatter. What brings you to the chat? I'm glad to have you here. Ooh, it is working on YouTube also. How am I? I am doing fabulous. You the CC person? I am. Which I need to turn on right at this moment because we're in the middle of setting up. Usually I turn it on once I get my reminder, but we went straight to going live and I didn't like do my typical intro screen. So let's go ahead and turn on that bad boy. We're going to turn on the OBS WebSocket integration also because I'm curious about something. One of these days I have to see if oh, Paleo. Nice. Yeah, sometimes I stop by. Paleontel. I always have difficulty saying the name. Paleontalizing stream. How's it going? But yeah, we're testing out streaming to both Twitch and YouTube. The Danny Show. That engineered. Thank you for stopping by. Wow, getting some guests coming in today. Awesome. Hey. But yeah, we're testing out. I got curious because I wanted to test out, even though I am affiliate, I am testing out doing like a dual stream to YouTube through OBS. I installed a plugin that lets you dual stream to both places. So, rawr. If you're thinking YouTube, I drop all support. Why is that? Forget YouTube. I'm definitely sticking with Twitch, that's for sure. But about being sure because they aren't. It technically the streaming exclusivity is under the affiliate agreement also. But yeah, usually they don't care too much about affiliates doing multi-platform streaming. And the only reason, so the reason why I'm thinking about doing YouTube also is because for basically, accessibility, not accessibility in terms of closed captioning, but accessibility for people that just aren't familiar with Twitch and they want to go YouTube. Because my main objective is also education, and in a very more generic programming way. So I want to try to make that as easy as possible sometimes. So I'm not planning on doing streaming all the time, but teach them to go to Twitch. And then this is also for work too. I kind of need to know how the tech works. Greedy, super greedy. Yeah, I don't like, so the one, like, they make billions, they do. I always find it funny that people complain about live stream, about the delay for YouTube for the live streaming. I'm always amused by that, because like YouTube cannot, like, I think even at its best, the delay for YouTube is like 15 seconds. Facebook gaming, I think they cut most of the Facebook gaming division, like the account managers and stuff like that. How fast is Harley Parasocial? How fast is the YouTube ultra low latencies? I turned it on because I saw it on the dashboard. I turned it on because I was curious. It'd be interesting if I could I doubt I can. No, Stream Elements has each overlay stuff in its own bucket, because it'd be cool to try to figure out how to combine the Stream Elements overlay to display for people that do multi-platform streaming but are using software like OBS, or just overlay or like Stream Elements overlays, have it be able to integrate to show other things. But Stream Elements, I think the profiles are isolated in their own little worlds. Isolated in their own little worlds. But we're about to do some screen sharing right now. In a second, we're actually gonna be doing some string closed captioner development. Low as 5 seconds to 15 seconds. Okay. I mean, that's they say 2 to 5. Low is 5 to 15. Okay, I mean 2 to 5 for ultra low. That's actually impressive. All right, Claire, take it easy. All right. Take it easy. Ooh, I have Excel open. Yuck. Close that. Let's close Zoom. We don't need that. I have it open. I'll just have to remember to... I don't know about you guys, but it's so annoying that Zoom, like if you, like, if you, for work, you need to, join your morning meetings through Zoom, but then like you need to be logged into your account in order to join those meetings with Zoom. If not, someone has to like authorize you or like click admit and stuff like that. But it's so annoying that if Zoom isn't open, at least on the Mac, that if you click the link to join, it automatically opens Zoom and opens up the app so you can join, but it doesn't log you in. It just takes you straight to the meeting. Why, if I'm already logged in, why can't it just take a couple more seconds to log me in and then join the meeting if it has to start up the app? Why do I have to start up the app, and then join the meeting. That's so annoying. So frustrating. First world problems. First world problems, I guess. Alrighty, here we go. We got stream closed captioner up, the source code ready. One thing I want to focus on doing is, oh yeah, we were working on verified routes. I remember that. All right, well, we do have a bug right now, so we won't explicitly work on verified routes right now. But the bug is this. Let's go to production and show it off. Let's switch accounts and close this. The bug is with the showcase page. If I click on the showcase page, it is going to return all of the channels that have the extension installed. So this isn't truly how many people are live actively using the extension. There's 6,000 channels that have the extension installed, but there's only a subset of these people that are actually using this extension. So I need to go and fix this. Let me actually see. Let me check the analytics and actually see how many people are actually using the. So there's actually around maybe 200 channels right now, 260 channels based off my statistics that are actively trying to use the extension right now. Everyone else just has it installed and just forgot to use it. So I need to fix the bug that is that's not properly diffing the channel stuff. So let's see if we have that same issue locally. And we'll go from there. All right, so local host, let's see, do I have, yeah. All right, now it's finished part forwarding. So how's everyone doing this Monday? Hopefully you're doing well. 0 live stream channels. All right, let's right now this is returning back 0 live stream channels. Let's look at the source code that actually does this request. So let's start from the top and go to the controller, showcase controller. So the showcase controller fetches the active users and fetches a reduced user list. And then it gets the live streams of those channels. Interesting. So the active users. So my active channels, this isn't working properly. This isn't working properly. Let's go ahead and log in. And I am going to turn this on. I forget if we're going to get double captions coming in. I don't think we are. This is a local connection, so I don't have to worry about getting double captions. Alrighty, let's go to the showcase page and see if oh, look at that. All right, so we're showing up 9 times. That's something. That's probably why. That's probably why things are not turning out the way they should, is because things are showing up 9 times. See, how many more times am I going to show up? Now it's down to 1. Okay. That's now we're up to 20. Didn't join your stream in such a long time. How was your lecture comp talk? It was great. It was great. It is, I do have the recording available. I think I posted it. I need to make links to this stuff, so I should probably actively update stuff. Actually, I wonder if we go to the there's the slides. So I posted the slides. I need a link to the video on that. Here we go. Here we go. There is the link. Let me try to do add. Let's see if this works. Is it command? There we go. Cool. Yeah, oh, this is just the channel though. Uh-oh. Ah, there it is. Okay. That's the actual link to the video. Do that. And then that. And then can I do that? Oh, God. This. Edit. Okay. Cool. And then also I was recently on nailed it. See, I can do stream stuff. And then also I was recently on a podcast too, on the Compressed FM podcast. Average developer doing above average things. So that was cool. That was cool. Let's see. So command add compressed FM, and then an actual link to the episode. Swing. Swing, swing, swing. And then I have to update this, my main site. But we're in the middle of doing this right now. So why is this happening? So DBG. Let's see what happens. I forget if DBG will print everything out. DBG. All right, give me a second here and then I'll answer your question. Okay. Let's pause that for now. All right. So what do you think of doing podcasts? How'd you get invited? So this podcast is hosted. One of the co-hosts is one of my coworkers, Amy, and she's been wanting to have me on for a while now. So that's how I got invited to that one. That is it's the second podcast I've ever been on, and I like it. I like the format. Or I like it. It's it's a little nerve-wracking to talk about. Talk about yourself, basically. But with good, hosts that are good at asking questions, it's just a pretty good casual conversation. Let me hide my screen real quick, because I want to look at this output and I want to make sure I don't accidentally leak a key or something like that. Yeah, so channel IDs comes back as 1, but the stream list comes back as... So there's something wrong with the stream list logic. Something's wrong with the stream list logic. So right here is where things go wrong. It's coming back with me 3 times. So we have to figure out what's wrong in that section of the code. And this is a fetch request, basically. How do you feel? Let's see. I feel like I need a couple with a perfect story of my life first before I can talk about myself. Yeah, I mean, like, okay, so you're like, I don't know, like, sometimes your life could be more interesting than you think. Because, like, for my life, I just went to college, and got a degree and then started working. But if you listen to the podcast, I'm pretty sure it sounds more interesting than it really is. Or at least than I think it really is. So what you think is, boring could be interesting to others. Because there's always people that are interested in other people's backgrounds and how they got to where they are. Because unless you're a narcissist, you think your life is pretty average. To put it simply. Let me see. So mix the IX. I forget if I can run this alongside the server running. I can't. Okay. All right, we're gonna kill the server so we can just test AX-X. I'm gonna be on another podcast this Wednesday, but that's like that's from work. like a kind of work related podcast thing going on. So talking about how to bulletproof your job or your career depend on in a recession or in an impending recession. So I'm going to be one of the panelists, one of the people on there to talk about stuff. All right. So let's try doing this request. And we're going to give it my channel ID and see what happens. Oh yeah, it needs to be an array. Yeah, look at this. It's returning me 3, 4. It's returning me a bajillion times. So something's up with our request here. Something doesn't smell right in here. I wonder if it's the paging issues. There's an older podcast that I was on that I actually should put on. Do I have it on here? I don't have it on here. I need to put like media that I've been on, but there is there's another podcast I was on, Elixir Mix or whatever. Yeah, Elixir Mix. And I was on in January. How's this lo-fi if there's lyrics in it? There we go. So here's another one. Let's see, Elixir. Forget if it's Elixir Mix. Elixir. I might have made a command for this one. Yeah. There we go. All right, so something's up with our logic here. So get you live streams, we get the user ID, and then we try to chunk a request. So I'm guessing go ahead all token, and then we do the get streams API call here. So then let's go over to Helix and check this code out. I'm going to make the font a little bit bigger. It's a 404? Okay. I guess the, I need to update that. Because I guess the first one's good, right? Elixir Mix does have their own website. No, I must solve this problem. You pointed it out. It must be solved. So that's May of 2021. So to page 2 then. Okay. And there it is. Copy, 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 copy. Oops. Wait, let's click on it first to verify. Okay. This is probably the more secure one to do. So let's see. Command. Edit. Elixir. Mix. Thermix podcast. There we go. Nailed it. First try. First try. All right. So so we need to figure out. The font was too big. I wanted to make it smaller. Okay, so we need to do the get streams. Okay, so do the authorizations and then get paginated cursor is binary. So if there's a new cursor and the cursor's not equal to the old cursor. So we're going to have to throw some debug statements in here. All right, I'm gonna hide my screen real quick because I don't remember how if DBG is gonna be printing out the new cursor. Oh, not old cursor. Okay. So then, what I need to do is call. Okay, so the request occurs and the cursor is nil, and then we get a new cursor coming in. And then the second time around, the cursor is nil. So since there's a cursor here, it's going to do another request. And that's what fetches us a second item. I guess the easiest thing we can do is dedupe. Just that it's annoying that has to occur. It's like, why am I getting a cursor? Let's look at the data of the request. Like, so it's like, why am I getting a cursor for something that should only be a single page in the first place? This other terminal is not needed. So there's two again. There's the logic for checking the cursor. So there should be, so it looks like there's two different requests that are happening. So data, we get one, we get pagination, and we get a cursor. So it's like, why am I getting a cursor again that just returns back the same thing again? And then finally, there's no cursor. So let's do some investigation here. So let's go to Twitch Dev and let's check the forums first. To see if anyone's already complained about this. So we're looking for anything that's talking about pagination. Wait limits. Let's see. Pagination. Nothing there. Okay, so nothing posted there. Let me peruse the old Discord server. So what did they change? All right, it looks like this is a relatively unreported issue. I'm pretty sure people have just been like probably like deduping or something like that. But all right, I'll have to report that. But in the meantime, I guess what we're gonna have to do is we're just gonna have to dedupe the results of the request. The results of like paginating. And we'll just have to do it at the tail end of it. So get live streams, and then let's see, does Elixir, looks like we do, Enum does have a dedupe function. So enumerals are returning a list of all duplicated elements that collapse into a single element. So let's see. Since these are structs, is it gonna actually dedupe it? I guess I'll have to implement a dedupe by, if anything. So let's pipe that into enum dedupe and see what that gives us. It looks like it worked. Let's see. Did we do? We paged twice for data. Let's throw a. All right, let's get rid of some logging statements here then. DBG. Huh? There it is. Delete. I don't want it to log anymore when I'm testing this out. So let's see. Great. So it's just outputting the final result. Ooh, that's a lot of times. Okay. So let's test this again. Enum dedupe. And what I want to do is, I think I can pipe this to DBG and it'll give me each step of the way, right? Break reached. So I can't? I thought it would let me. Oh? Okay. Fine. I mean, it's working. So it looks like this is the only fix. Luckily, this is the only fix we have to do in order to get this to work properly. So at the end of getting live streams for now, we will just have to do DBG. We'll just have to dedupe it. Should we do that here? No, let's do it over here. Enum flat map. And then dedupe. While we're here, what we can do too is let's go ahead and do a sort, because this is something I've been kind of lazy about, is sorting everything based off of view count. So let's see if we can try to implement a sort. So dedupe it, and then I don't think this is I don't think that's the started at is what we care about. We care about viewer count. And also started at, oh, I guess started at is an attribute. But we want to sort by viewer count. And we want to do it descending. Because we want to go big to small. Cool. It didn't break anything, so I'm assuming it's working. But what you been up to, Parasocial? If you're still lurking out there. Been doing anything fun and interesting? We're just, living life. Living the dream. All right. Let's commit this. So the change is to Twitch. Let's see. I think this is the work I was starting to do to implement the verified routes. Let's see. Let's undo that change. Trying to write your own JavaScript framework again? Oh man, writing your own JavaScript framework is something else. It's something else. One of my previous places I worked at, the lead engineer, he wrote a small little rendering library for the stuff we were working on. It slowed down our development a lot because he had to reinvent the wheel for everything. He had to reinvent the wheel for everything. He had to solve all the problems all the other frameworks already solved. We're going to go ahead and commit the changes for the verified framework stuff. Also with this, I guess, let's separate the changes. Let's not overload things, so we can easily rip it out if we need to. Dedupe and sort. So dedupe and sort streams. You're doing meta framework. Nice. I mean, it's just a fun project to work on, but when you're creating your own rendering library on the fly and you're supposed to ship a product on a fixed time schedule, not fun to work with. Not fun to work with. All right, so no channels live. That's because we're not live here. Let's turn this on. Blah, 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 blah. There you go. It's working. If we refresh this, we shall see ourselves. Woohoo! I saw something red scroll by. Give me a second here. No match on the right side. Interesting. Did presents change? Stoke Muse create React app at work. Wanted to kill it for years. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, it just sucked for us because like we were on a tight deadline because we were lining up the release of the application with the release of some hardware and having to, you know, be slowed down by those common problems that other frameworks have already solved, and then waiting for the tech lead to implement those features was frustrating to watch. Luckily, I didn't have to implement those features. He did, but it still slowed down all sorts of other stuff. So, all right. So that's good. Let's go ahead and just commit these verified route things too. And let's check the main site. Looking good. Settings page. Caption settings. Yeah, nice. Everything's good. Nice. Okay. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and commit this. Verified routes. Hide verified routes feature. Let's push that change. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and do a deployment of stead work. There we go. Itchy. Okay. Let's pull down our changes. Excuse me. So git push, Gig Elixir, production master. At the time, yeah, I would imagine so. I would imagine so. When I started doing web development, it was when Ruby on Rails 3 just barely came out, and the framework, the front end framework I was familiar with using was Backbone and Angular 1. Or the two frameworks. Oh, the admin page has deprecated features in it. I was doing backend during the Ember Angular stuff. I remember playing around with Ember. I went to I was living in FCEF at the time when Ember was getting like pretty popular, and I remember going to some Ember.js meetups and stuff like that. Knockout.js. Yeah, for me the transition was Backbone, Angular 1, and then over to React. So let's see. Let's check if the admin dashboard actually works still. Looks like it is. Good. Good. Don't have to worry about that. All right, how's our deployment doing? It's doing. Let me go bring up the issue on fetching a single channel. Fetching a single channel still results. So the cursor. Deduping. All right. Cool. So our app deployed. Let me check the dashboard to make sure. Set application. Interesting that knockout style is back in style with Asphalt and Solid. Yeah, I guess it just has to go with what do you call it? The way for optimal rendering or whatever. But go from multiple files to single file again. Co-locate everything. I haven't used Svelte though. I don't think I want to until I actually need to. It's just too much to try to keep track of. It's like okay to look at, but like sometimes you just can't spread yourself too thin. You're more excited about Solid. I haven't looked at Solid. I've heard references to Solid, but I have no clue about anything about Solid. Showcase taking forever, probably because that pagination cursor issue. It could be because the server's rolling over too. That could be an issue. That could be the cause also. Jeez, man. All right, this might be the old server. Look at all those duplicates. All right, this is definitely the new server because as channels, as presence comes alive, we'll be able to don't want to say. Yeah, I mean that's what it's like, right? It's like it's easy enough to pick up a new framework or whatever it is. So it's like there's no need to. Jeez, man. Didn't we just freaking fix this? Why are we getting like one whole page of dupes? Why isn't the dedupe working? Seriously. Solid is very close to what I do with Reaction Jotei. Just less pain. I'll have to take a look. I'll have to take a look at Solid then. I will have to take a look at Solid. Why is this so busted right now? I would have expected the dedupe to, you know, actually dedupe, but I mean, it was doing it in my small use case. We did push up the code. online 19. Looks like we have some outdated code. Online 8 by 19. This is so frustrating. Yeah, looks like I'm gonna have to try to do it on a field like ID. Looks like, so dedupe. We'll have to use dedupe by, and then yeah, okay. So dedupe underscore by, and then the function. So dedupe underscore by our function. So we're gonna get back a stream, I believe. Where is our live stream? 5 channels. We don't have an ID. No, this is the one. It's get channels. Get streams. There we go. I feel like not everyone got the joke. There was someone else that, like, it's so silly how quickly you can go viral and get a bunch of followers just from doing something just absolutely silly one time. Looks like the app is having issues right now. After that, let's see, let me reload it over here. And then let's see if captions are actually being sent. Where I hosted and I hosted on Gigalixer. I host on Gigalixer. Ah, that's working. New Relic probably detected a blip in the matrix. All right, so this is the struct we're using, and we do have an ID field on the user. So what we'll do is stream ID. I host, so yeah, so Stream Closed Captioners hosted on Gigalixer. My other Elixir application, which is the Guzman.codes under the Guzman.codes domain, that one is hosted on what do you call it? On fly.io. On fly.io. Okay. So let's go live. Let's turn this on here. And then we will refresh this and see what happens. So that still works. We're not breaking anything. Good. Let's all right, let's do another deployment then. Good suggestion on just trying to refine the dedupe to do it off of an ID. I usually don't use her. It wasn't that good. Versal Netlify. So I guess from that perspective, I don't know. Like I know early on Fly.io had slow deployments. I think they're faster now. I'm not sure how long ago you were doing it, but I know that was like a complaint. No more than I think even like a year ago. But I know they sped things up much faster. But I know they use containers and stuff like that, so that could be the reason why. But from the perspective, it was just a few weeks ago. Yeah, it could just be the way they structure the application then. It's probably the way they structure the application that results in that. From the perspective of servers, for backend server stuff, I think it's pretty normal deployment speed. Because they're also building the application and stuff like that, so. Deno deploys seem to be the best one on server-side JS. Oh, interesting. So, dedupe. Bye. Alrighty, let's deploy this change. Most of my deployments are not like super fast because the hosts are always Docker configured deployment hosts. So then it has to build the app and then the assets and then deploy it. One thing I noticed with Fly.io was that sometimes the deployment is fast too. Like it's almost like the deployment machine that you use was sleeping. Then like the first deployment takes a while and the subsequent deployment will be faster. I think that's the best way I can describe it. And we wait. Thanks for the follow, by the way. I say that you followed me on those social medias. Thank you for locking and subscribing. Shall like subscribe. Do 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 do. Have you been doing much to work with Deno by the way? Because I know one of the huge things that Deno, the recent thing I heard about Deno was their support. They added support for npm. Yeah, wait for Node to die. It'll be interesting if Node will die, because there's a lot of enterprise behind it. A lot of big business behind it. It'll be very interesting. Alrighty, so the play finished. We just need to wait for the servers to roll over. Huge memory spike on the server. Huge. That distracts a lot of the runtime stuff away from you. So you can deploy now to Dino runtime. That's cool. That's actually really cool. But that's why things... Communicating with an app for your framework through an adapter feels like the best route. Just through some adapter. So regardless of what environment, runtime, whatever it is used, like your framework can just still work. So we're waiting for this server to roll over. I'm just checking on the other screen. I'm kind of curious about generating, just while we wait, generating docs. See what GitHub Copilot can do for us. Let's see, so. Oh wait, we're in the wrong file. We were in the working tree file. Let's see, at doc. Oh, look at that. So, but put a lot of pressure on Dino. Bun put a lot of pressure on Dino. They're pretty fast now. You can already run Vite on Dino on the dev machine. That's right. I can update it now because I got the name and stuff. It's funny because actually it's not even at Talk to Me Goosehunt. It is just Talk to Me Goosehunt because I got a vanity URL because I have over 100 YouTube followers. Nice. Well, there we go. I got a Copilot to generate some documentation header for me. Byte's actually pretty important now that all the frameworks use it instead of Webpack. I think the only ones, so Rails and Phoenix don't use Byte, I believe. They use what was it, ESM, I think. But yeah, the YouTube link, I think you could just talking about YouTube links. That works also because I got the vanity URL. ES build, that's what it is under the hood. Okay, so Byte's using ESB. Yeah, so Elixir or Phoenix and Rails are using ES build. Makes you kind of curious to see if they're going to be using what do you call it, Byte eventually, if that's where everything's pointing to. So let's update that command. Well, that's not a that's a timed message. It's not a command. So yeah, I actually need to go into the dashboard and update that. All right. So the app successfully deployed. So we need to go back and take a look. Still the exact same freaking issue. I don't have enough data to test this in a non-production environment. What? That's frustrating. Yeah, that's the main reason why Rails and Phoenix are using ESBuild, because so you don't have to have Node installed. Exactly. Make it easier. I don't think I have we can't I don't think I have it set up. I don't think I have any tags on there to definitively identify based off ID. It's all slow now because it's yeah, because they're both the same. They're the same they are the same channel. Yeah, we can try to dedupe off of the URL instead. Let's see. That would be, I guess we would use, I think what are we using on this page? We're either using login or username. I forget which one we're using. Let us check. We're using username. We can dedupe on the username. Let's see. Deploys to productions where you want to have fast deploys. True, true. I guess it depends, right? If you are constantly if you have rolling deployments and stuff like that, fast deployments to production is great to debug in production. Fast deploys is great, yeah, especially if you want to debug in production, especially. That's true. That is 100% true. Oh. Ooh, excuse me. Let's see, does I was hoping like it would autofill like 127. Can't remember my own freaking Twitch ID. But 127. Yeah. All right, we'll just we'll do it live. Actually, let's just make sure this doesn't break anything. Okay, start that up. Refresh this. Make sure everything's still working. Excelente, doesn't break. And that. And that. All right. What we're going to do is we're just going to amend the previous commit. I'm not in the... I don't have another commit with just me tweaking the commit by, so... Git push dash f. All right. Another push to production.
So much time on people who didn't deserve me. Chances on chances on chances, they weren't even worthy. What is your purpose, baby? Gotta be deeper than service. Cause you fine and all, but I'ma need something else. Just to put up with you arguing, fussing and fighting. You don't wanna love me in private. You think that I'm plotting. Really, I don't care nothing about it. You don't really care about my new shit I'm playing. When it's all me, you don't say
I forgot why I chose a conditional there, to be honest. I guess it's, I mean, it's basically an if else. Do do do.
Even could see as a toddler. They all said that he'd be a problem. And I tried to love it up.
Have I looked at Astra yet? I have not.
Cause I know only
Um,
so baby.
a couple people on social media that I follow absolutely love Astra though, but I have not looked at anything regarding Astra. There's just too much to learn. Ugh. I need to spend more time working with Redwood JS, which is something we're working with at work. And building around. But I only know the basics of Redwood JS also, so I need to throw myself at Redwood JS, the framework. So I've been purposely limiting myself. I've been purposely limiting myself because there's just too much. Because I do Ruby on Rails and React at work. Personally, I have my Elixir applications that I'm working on and React. And then at work, I also will need to get involved with Redwood JS and get more involvement with that. I've been doing some work in Redwood JS under the hood and further in the back, but like just the regular usage of Redwood JS, I need to do stuff. But Astra is what you want to use at work instead of create React app. Is it a possibility though? Is it a possibility? Redwood is meh. I mean, Redwood is still a brand new framework too, but we know people in the core team, and we've been working within people within my company have been working with the core team and stuff like that, and working out to invest time in it and make it good. But Redwood JS is a nice framework. It's similar to, it's the same sort of pick up and go as Ruby on Rails is. Super easy to follow, super easy to get started. So now we wait for the deploy to finish and hope for the best. But at this point, I'll expect the worst. Okay, let's close this. We don't know that. We don't need to have this open. We figured that issue out. This is the Redwood JS stuff we were looking at. You wouldn't say it's new. I mean, it's newer versus the other frameworks. But they're iterating pretty dang fast on it, which is cool. They are moving fast to improve it, which is what you want, right? All right, let's see. Cool, so our deployment rolled over. Okay. That's better. I think. We're getting better numbers. But we'll see right now. But we are getting dupes still. We are still getting dupes. I don't. This doesn't use FN scroll. What it's doing for the images is it's using the lazy image property. Because this is all just this is doing one single, so it's not lazy. Yeah, it's one single request. Here's the this is the controller code right here. It's doing one singular request to get the live streams from the channel. So that's what we were working in. We were working inside the get live streams function here. And then this function chunks. Right here's the multiple requests that you're kind of thinking about. Chunk every. I take the user IDs, I chunk every 80, and then I do those, and then so we chunk them and we do the requests with those chunked IDs, but then we flat map it, and then we dedupe it. So even though this request returns back a collection, an array, so then we end up with an array on arrays, but then we flat map it. So we flattened out the whole array, and then now this is the new stuff right here, the dedupe. And sorting. It looks like the sort's working. Hey, and we're going to think about positive stuff. The sort works. So here's our controller. This is the part that matters. We take that stream list. And we add it to the data. Yeah, I know. That's progress, right? Let's refresh again and see if it's still progress. No, look, it's still... It's still a bajillion of them. Oh, man. I don't get why the dedupe's not working. This call calls to this package, this part right here. It's so weird too, because this page has worked. This page has worked for a long time. And with this pagination bug, now this page is broken. How did it work? Started working with Redwood. I think one of our engineers was one of our engineers / designers was working with Redwood, and that, I guess, like the some of the people within the company really liked Redwood and where it was going and how easy it was to use. So, and the core team slash founders of Redwood are all like really awesome people and really smart, and they just hit it off and just got into a good working relationship with them, and then it just went further from there, and then so our company just got more involved with it, and now we're kind of like we're building tools for Redwood. I've committed a pull request for Redwood to update some stuff, and we're going to be creating some product around Redwood to help support it. And yeah, so it's just like this growing thing. All right, so I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna just ignore this issue for now because I don't know what's wrong. You have no intention of using a clone. Yeah, and that's fair enough. That's why different frameworks exist, right? For the different preferences of a user. Enjoy that style, yeah. Some people don't like the kitchen sink and smoke and mirrors approach, and others do. And it just depends on your style. All right, so we're just gonna punt on that issue. That's frustrating. I'll debug it later, but it's a secondary page to everything, so it's not that big of a deal. So I'm just not going to put it in. I'm not going to pay attention to it. I'm not going to pay attention to it right now. All right, let's disconnect from that. Let's actually update. Let's take a look at the Guzman codes. Stoof. Might end stream soon. Getting kind of yawny. But let's try adding. I just want to quickly add onto the main Guzman codes page that new stuff. Let's add some more cards to the achievements section. It's gonna be cold tonight. I can already see it. It's gonna be like 40, low 40s. Yikes. Yikes. All right. Oh, that's right. I need to. Well, let's get to work and then I'll talk about that later. Let's see. Home. Here we go. All right, so here is the section for the achievements. I wonder if I can, I wonder if I should, is this generic enough now that I can convert this to a component? I think it is. All right, let's just reuse this guy here. Achievement. Achievement. Delete that. We're not going to use get text. Close that. So there's some custom. So this is going to be a fun little thing we're going to do. Let's see. So that goes here. Format. Doesn't know how to format. Can it format? Whatever. Cannot render logo because we don't have it. Alias. And alias. Link. We can probably use verified routes for this also, I think. So let's see. So let's complain about sockets. Go whatever. So what we need in here is, actually, let's look up we're using Surface UI. Surface. Not Surface IO, Surface UI. In this project. Okay, component basics, properties, I think is the one we want. Data. It's props, we want props. The types available. Yeah, list, booleans, time, date, number, integer, atom, form, struct, tuple, port, reference, range, regex, URI. So let's see. What are we gonna call this? Heading? Call this heading, string, default. We're just not gonna say there's a default. I guess we call it title. Title. And this is the subtitle still. So subtitle. So this would be. So this would be the title here. Yeah. We have to use instance variables. It's been a while since I've had to use this subtitle. And then what I think I want to do here is I want to make this potentially like a nested dealy. A slot. There we go. Want it to be a slot. Links to the achievement. So links to one or more add content. That's one or more links to the achievement. And then we will do this. Like that. This is going to go away because we're going to be putting it here instead. So let's paste that in there for now so we don't lose it in the clipboard. And then we're going to be aliasing and grabbing achievements. Alias. Here's an Apple Elixir achievement. And then achievement. That's not the correct stuff I want to be able to do, but it's whatever. So nest that in there like that. What was the title and subtitle? So title was the whole thing. Subtitle was developer tools. So the title was all of this. Is it sub-dash title or just subtitle? Subtitle. Developer tools. And let's see. So that's That's one out to figure out, but let's just go with, let's see what things look like right now. Oh, that's right. I had the machine learning models stuff in here right now. Burp. Blurp. Because I was playing around with the machine learning stuff. So, but that still can't figure it. Deployment still doesn't work for that, so we're going to just comment that out for the machine learning stuff. And running that in the code space doesn't work either. Socket but not found. All right. I think we can use. Can we use verified routes for this? I don't think we can. All right, so we need to have a couple more props. Prop for the source. It doesn't need to be required. So we can conditionally render. Let's see if we can just try to conditionally render this function here. Oh, excuse me. Logo. Source. Excuse me. The heck? Okay, so that seems to work. I like something in my throat. Okay, cool. I guess that kind of works. If the image doesn't exist, just do that. Don't even bother. Let's look at the docs for properties again. Okay. Yeah, logo alt. Exactly what I wanted to do.
Laugh out loud, you gotta laugh Saturday night. It's fucking, oh god, it's just lockdown.
Logo.
You know what I mean?
Alt.
Yeah, so I thought I'd send you these pictures. Did you get the Irish?
So logo. Alt is that. Logo source is all of this. Pass that in like that. And that should make things happier. Cool.
It's your birthday, ho. It's your birthday, bitch. It's your birthday, ho.
Not interested in that song. All right, let's work on adding. So let's look how this looks. There's no explicit reference to any of the stuff, so that's looking good. I think that's a good refactor. We're finally getting to use a little bit more of what do you call it? Surface UI. Up more than the shallow stuff we've been doing for a while. Okay, so this is the achievement, the title. Paste that in, and then this is the subtitle for this. And then let's put that, let's nest that one in. And then the logo, the alt text is that. And then the source is that. And then we can finally delete that. Syntax error. Okay. There's an extra parentheses. Excellent, excellent. All right, so now we can add. Now let's add the link to the slides. We're not, so we have a link to the slides. Now we need a link to the video. And now we have that handy dandy command that gives us a link to our video. That's fine. Nice. Okay. So let's try one more achievement for now. we will do the achievement will be for Elixir Mix. So the title will be title. The subtitle will be the title of the talk. Right now we don't have a logo, so we'll just stick with no logo. And then let's do some direct linking. So let's grab that extra link. That link. This right there. We can trim this title down. I guess this is fine. Never mind. Actually was pretty easy. Let's just keep on adding achievements then. Let's add the achievement for being on compressed FM podcast. And let's look up that command. Let's bring up that command, compressed FM. Excellent, excellent. Average developer doing and then grab that URL. Boom. I guess it's not the, so this is the pod. Yes. Nice. Battery is dying. Good luck with your stuff. Well, thank you stopping by. My mental battery is dying, so I'll be heading out. I just wanted to add this one last thing and we'll deploy this. So this is looking good. We got some more achievements in here. Nice, nice. Although this date range, I think I need to update. Because I've been an MVP since 2019. But have a good one, have a good night, and have a great rest of your week. Alrighty. I think that's it. Let's commit this. Let's deploy this. And let's call it for tonight. So we disabled NX serving for now. Update main page with achievements.
To get to the figures. When Vincent Chan Greensman come true, thing turn up. Make the and D man wrong, me not fight, tell them dirty boy run up. Grab up your shot, get rough up. Make sure you don't move, you might get scruff up. In a black Air Force pan a mission, man like me don't need permission. On land we are Zach and Cody, me I call my twin brother is Dylan. No face, no case when we finesse the bank, it is I and Millen. With Melanie, Simons, unruly the rudest felon. Me not say why me name pan news, but my girl, it won't happen.
So NX serving still disabled.
Get up, run up, get wet up. Drake done, no say Skyfall next up. I feel link two things from Northside, them two girl might get me set up. We know boss tree crack thing, man I shoot big.
All right. So we do fly CTL deploy. What's this? Let's get our app up there and working. While that's going on, let's take a look at fly. See if there's anything new about error issues with deploying or fly.io. I don't see anything. Anything on the Elixir Discord? No. Elixir forum. Let's check the Elixir forum. No. How's our deployment doing? Our deployment failed. Why? Even though I disabled that, that's annoying. All right, well, I was hoping to play this as the last little step here, but but I've been having this issue because of trying to add on NX serving in here, so it's still popping up. So I have to figure out why. If not, I just have to delete all the work for adding the machine learning stuff to deploy it to an actual app for now. And we'll go from there. So thanks everyone for hanging out. Greatly appreciate you on this kind of sort of test stream. I'll catch y'all later. Have a good one. Bye.